of you to join me. In this video we are going to be doing our album 2 that was in our Chest of Memories series of videos. It's been a while since I've posted any videos online. I'm not going to go into lots of details, but I've been a little bit poorly over the last 6 months, so I haven't felt like doing any crafting at all. But touch wood, all is okay. I'm getting my crafting mojo back and I'm raring to go. I've got lots and lots of brilliant ideas that are buzzing around in my head with having a very long break. So expect to see video after video after video. So I'm really, really excited. So I hope you come along on this journey with me as well. If you want to subscribe, then please do so. I will, if you hit the notification bell, then every time I upload a video, you will get a notification. That would be brilliant. Also subscribe. And also if you, I post a lot on social media, so Facebook, Instagram, all of those, Pinterest, blogs and things like that. All the links will be down below. So yeah, if you fancy following me on any of those, then hit those links in the description. I've also got a new group which is called Memories, Papers, Art over on Facebook. Brilliant, lovely community there. We share all our love for memory books and mixed media and anything craft related. So head over there if you are on Facebook as well. So the instructions for making up our second album is exactly the same as our first one. So if you head on up to this link here, that will take you to part 4 in the Chest of Memories series of videos, and that's got the construction of how we constructed the album. So head on over there, and then it will you can then start if you haven't already made your album up, if you are following the videos along. Right, that's everything all done. So getting down to our number 2 album that's going to go into our drawer of our Chest of Memories. Now I'm going to do 2 pages exactly the same, and so that would be, I'll only do 4 pages, but then you'll obviously do the 8 pages in your book. Okay, so this is going to be our first page. Okay, so this page is a simple flap open and flap open. So lots of places here for your photo mats, and here we've got a little pocket as well that you can put in some like a tag or something like that. So that is the simple first page. So this will be page 1 and 4 in my book, so it's up to you if you want to put them together. Now these here are Cool Cat's craft dies, but if you haven't got this die, I'll show you how to put in just a simple sort of little slit that you can slit in. Let me just find a piece of paper that you can put in like a little tiny tag in there, and I've done the same on this side. So this one has got 2, so you can put some simple tags in there, but I'll show you how to do just the plain slits if you haven't got these dies. So that would be our first page. Now our second page, as I say, I've not decorated this yet, but our second page, let me just move them out of the way, is going to be a simple photo mat that you can pull out. And then these here, I've added some little like corner tags that tabs that you can slot your photo mat into. And again, this is entirely up to you. I've put the slit in the middle, but you can just pull these up like so. So you've got a nice place there to put a photo mat and some beautiful decoration. We've got some 2 magnetic closures that are going to keep that closed, and then that goes in there like that. This next page is on the same principle, but I've just kept this page as a full photo mat flap. Okay, so we'll just put that back in there and pull that up. Again, you can put, you don't have to, but put in magnets as well to keep that closed. I'm going to when we make them up. But again, that's just a simple flap open. Coming on to our middle page, I've kept these two pages the same. So we've got a photo mat that slots into our little pocket there, and then these flaps open as well, so you've got a lovely long run, so you could put maybe 3 photographs in there if you so wish. Okay, so we close that bit up, and then this page is exactly the same. So that would be our 4 pages. So that one goes on there. So that's 1 page, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, we've got 5, so then we've got a couple here. But again, you would just double up on those pages. Okay, so let's get into making our first page. Okay, right, we're going to cut our pages out now. Well, I'm going to cut 1 page out, and so the measurements we'll need for page 1. Board and our longest piece. So for our longest piece here, you will need to score at a quarter, sorry, not at a quarter, at a half, and at 7, no, and then turn it round and then score again at a half. And you need to score it so that the short edge is along the side of your scoreboard, okay, and the longest edge is along the top, because what's going to happen is this part here is going to fit into that little recess, and then that's going to make up our page. So if you've got double-sided tape, I'm using the 1/4 inch Scor-Tape. It's my tape of choice. I just think it is a superior quality double-sided tape. It does what it says on the tin. It sticks really good. So you can break it with your fingers, so that you don't need to have any scissors or any other tools. But there's lots of different ones out there, and there's ATG guns, there's the red liner tape, that's very good. I also use that sometimes. But for quickness, I love my Scor-Tape. So what I've done is I've put my double-sided tape along the 2 glue tabs that we had. You can see there that it's nice and shiny. And then the smaller piece is going to fit in the middle. Now it is cut a little bit shorter to give you that bit of wiggle room. So once you've got yourself all nice and straight and lined up, okay, go ahead and stick down those glue tabs. Now I always try and push my paper all the way to the other side so that I've got no sort of air pockets, okay, and then it should hopefully stick down really nice and firm, like so. So that's 1 page. Okay, so that's our page 1 done. So I'll bring in this one, and as you can see, this is the page that we've just done. So the little pocket in there. And then this is going to fit into our book like so. Okay. And in there. Okay. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, I'm not going to stick it in just yet because we need to add our flaps on. So making our flaps, we are going to need these measurements. So let me just get my measurements that I've got written down at the side of me here so that I can refer to them. So I'm just going to put my won't fit in there. Let me just put that there. The Scor-Tape down there. Let's bring it in our trimmer again and our piece of some card. So for the flaps, you will need these measurements. So 6 by 4 and a half, and you'll need 2 of those. So let's go with 6 by 4 and a half and by 4 and a half, like so. So that's our 2. For the middle pocket, your measurements will be 5 3/4 by 4 and a half. Cut this out of your chosen cardstock. So bring in our score board again. Okay. So for our flaps, we're going to need to do a double score line. So having the longest measurement along the top and then the shortest measurement at the side, like so, we're going to score down. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch and then again at 5/8. Okay, that will give us a double score line. Alright, like so. So that when we come to, we're going to fold these over, you've got a little bit of room in there for when we put in our pattern paper and then when you put in your photographs as well. So score them down. You might need to be a little bit careful with them because they are very close together. So you'll just have to tweak them down like so. That's one. So that's one side. And can you see we've got like a lovely, let me put it that way, you can probably see it then. It's like a little valley inside there. Okay, that's one. So do the same with the other flap. I'm using my smaller bone folder just so that I've got a bit more space. Okay, fold it down and then burnish that. Now please excuse the state of my bone folder. It's not actually dirty. It is where I've used like inks and things, it has sort of stained it, so I do apologise. It's not actually dirt, it's ink. I do need to get a new one, but I do love that bone folder. It just gives you a lovely, nice, crisp finish. And then this one is a Teflon coated one, so when you're using black card, you don't get that shine that you would get if I was to use that normal bone folder. Okay, once you've cut all your little pieces out, so you'll have your 2 flaps, your pocket, and then your base card this way. Now before we put the flaps onto our card, onto our base page, we need to cut out our pattern paper, because I want the pattern paper to sit behind the flap. Okay, so you need to then pick your pattern paper, whichever you're going to use. I'm going to just pick, now if you've got offcuts, you can just use an offcut, which would be good. Let's have a look. Not that one. I've got lots of here. I think I might just use that. That might go. Actually, that's just the right size. If you want to know what the measurement is for that, for the pattern paper, it is 5 5/8 by 6 1/8. Okay, so that's your pattern paper measurement for your base page. So that'd be 5 and 8 by 6 1/8. Okay, and then that will just get stuck on like so. Okay, so if you ink your edges, ink your edges. I can't remember. Yes, I inked my edges, didn't I? There we go. Okay, you can use a pen if you want to. I actually just like, I like both actually, but because this is quite a vintagey type of paper, I want to just give it a little more of that vintage feel on the edges. There we go. And I'm using, as always, my trusty Cosmic Shimmer when I can find it, because I did get it earlier. And put some in down in the comments below. Are you still in lockdown, or have you come out of lockdown? Are you just coming out of lockdown? Are you just going into lockdown? I think this it's not been a very good time for a lot of people, especially mental health wise and things, so that's why it's nice if you have a hobby and you can at least escape for a little while. Okay, right, so that's my base page put down. So now we need to think about, now we need to put on our flaps. So you need to work out which way you're going to have your flap opening. Are you going to have them opening this way, or are you going to have them opening that way? I'm going to have mine opening this way. So to do that, I want them to kind of fit into each other, so it just looks like it's just one sort of flap and not two. So I'm going to start with putting the double-sided tape, and it's good to see that I'm still losing things. This is where you go, it's there, it's there, it's there. There it is. See, told you, you were shouting at me. So with your double-sided tape, you want to put it on the outside of your flap, so outside of your glue tab here, so this part here. Okay, so push that down like so, and do the other side as well. I mean the other flap, not the other side of the flap. So the other flap. Then burnish them down, and then take them off. So take the two sides off. Okay, And then I'm going to place one inside of the other, like so, so that they marry up. Okay, so that's just what I want. Okay, just push them, because you've got that spine, just push that spine backwards so that it folds in a little bit, like so. And then just place them where you think you want them to be. You can have them either at the bottom or at the top or in the middle. I think I'm going to go in the bottom actually, more so than in the middle like I did the other one. But again, that's up to you. Okay, then just push them down once you've got them sort of attached where you want them to be. Just sort of burnish them down so that they are stuck in place. Okay, like so. Brilliant. So that's one part done. So with your little pocket that goes in at the inside, again, you don't have to have this if you don't want to. You could have that just open, and then what I would do, if you weren't going to put your pocket, I wouldn't attach these on the outside, I'd attach them on the inside. So you could have attached them either inside the pocket here or underneath your pattern paper. Again, it's entirely up to you. I just wanted to have just a little something else just to put you know, some little tags and stuff in. So I've got myself one of these little mini punch boards. It's a mini envelope punch board, but you could use the bigger one if you've got the bigger one, just to create my little notch in the top. Now, because this is a 5 and I'm just working out getting my sizes. Now let's measure it. I can't see off by hand. So this is 5 and 3/4. So I'm going to cut this at, I'm going to put my little hole at 5 and 1/8, or just above, not 5 and 1/8, sorry. So that would be 2.5 is half of it. Sorry, I'm going to have to just push this down so I can see. So 5.5, 5 and, so I'm just going to go with 2 and 5/8. Okay, and punch down. Okay, so that's my little notch in there. Now, because I didn't want to put glue tabs on this, for the simple reason is I didn't want to keep bulking out my album. So your opening is going to be a little bit smaller than the opening. No, that doesn't sound, that's not right. Your pocket is going to be smaller than the opening. There we go, get that right. So I'm just going to use a bit of double-sided tape just as near to that edge as I possibly can, and again on the other side as near to that edge as I possibly can, and again at the bottom. Okay, like so. Now again, if you wanted to, you could have rounded the edges of your card and your flaps. Okay, so I've taken off the double-sided, and I'm just going to position it so that it covers those glue tabs underneath, and is quite central, as central can be, and then just place them down. There we go. Pull that over. There we are. So then that's our little pocket, like so. and burnish it down. So now we've got to decorate it. Before we then put on our pattern paper, we need to think about putting on our magnets. I'm going to put 2 on. So, and I'm going to obviously put mine this side. So I'm going to put 1 at this side and 1 at the other end. So 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom, and that should keep them stuck down really, really well. So I'm just going to use some of my construction tape. Okay. So there we put 1. Put it in about an inch, I suppose, just so that it's in enough from the edges so that you're not going to, you know, catch the tape isn't going to show through the edges. So I've just put it on with some construction tape. I'm going to put the next piece there. Take off 2 more of your magnets. Let's bring that round that side. Oops. Like so. So that's 1. So how I do this is I'm using the construction tape, but I'm sticking it so that the sticky side is facing upwards. Okay, so and then I'm just letting the magnetic force find the magnet underneath, and then what we can do is turn this over and then burnish them down, and then that should stick in the correct space. I'm hoping, all being well. And there we go. Sweet. 1, and just give it a good burnish down. 2. There we are. There we go. So that's our magnetic closures done, like so. Okay, and you could put a little tab pull on there as well to help you open them up. So that then is our tag, our sort of tag flaps done. So now it's just to decorate. So again, whichever papers you're using, you'll need to cut. Let's just do the measurement of these. So that is, so your pattern paper will need to be 4 3/8 by 5 1/4, and you'll need 4 of those. And then the inside pocket, it's going to be 5 3/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, so let's cut them out. So that was then all my pieces of paper cut out. Put them right there. So there we are. So that fits in there just nicely, like so, like so. Again, just ink your edges. Okay, once you've got your, let me bring you out again. Once you've got your 4 pieces cut out, we're going to put the slits that we had in the, I can't find it now. There we go. So the slits that we had in the page that I made up. Now these ones are from Cool Cat Crafts. If you've got these, brilliant, use those. If not, I'll show you how you can put a slit in without dies. So we need to use the back side of the paper. So this is going to be my back side. Now again, this is entirely up to you. However big you want your slit, do your own measurements. But what I'm going to use is I'm going to have 1 inch down one side and 1 inch down the other, so opposite sides, and then in between these 2 lines I'm going to measure down another inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So measure down another inch, but you only put your line in between the 2 lines that you've just drawn. Okay, like so. So it should look a little bit like that, a bit like a rugby post. So getting your craft knife, we're going to cut this slit open. Now we're going to cut it only in between these 2 vertical lines that we've just drawn. Now be careful, don't keep going over it because you may buckle the paper. So just one very nice, clean, straight cut. Okay, like so. And then that gives you your slit in between. So now we're gonna we're just gonna get our little hole punch. I've got a crocodile. Most people have got crocodiles. If you've got one, that's brilliant. And I'm just going to cut right on the edge here, just right in the corners. I'm going to put the smallest of holes. Okay, if it will go, and it won't, because as per usual I've not measured it enough. Yes, I have. Right, so just right on that edge, put your little tiny. Okay, you just need to come over just a tiny bit. Okay, and on this side again. Like so. That one's not worked out neither. I'm not having a very good time of this today. Okay, so just bring that over just a tiny bit, just so that the lines, so it just goes into the lines. And then I'm going to cut a tiny piece of card. So measure this up. So that is 3.5. 3.5. So cut about a 3.5 by a 1/2 inch strip of card, and this is gonna go into our slit like that. So just take a tiny bit off. Okay, just so that it can go in there, and push it down, and then that's your opening. Okay, like so. Hope you can see that. Just finishes it off a little bit. So put your glue on. And push it in, and then just get it so that it's nice and level. And then that's one slit. Okay. And then you can put that on the front, like so. And you could add another one down there if you so wish to. Okay. I'm just going to keep it at the one, I think. Okay. Like so. So then when you put your glue, don't obviously glue here, just glue around the edges and at the top. Like so. That's one. Yeah. Put too much glue on there. There we go. So that's one side, and again you could add as many of those little slits as you want to. I'll probably put another one over this side, but let's put this one on. That covers up those magnets like that. And I'm going to do this side, but I think I'm going to put that one on there and this one on the inside. Like so. Yeah, so that's two. And then this one is going to go on here. Like that. And again, if you want to add your slit you can, but let me go and get the let's use the Cool Cats one, seeing as I did that slit in there. So the Cool Cats dies, they come in different, you get different sizes. They're very good, excellent quality dies. And I'm going to put mine just probably at the top there. So, again, I'm just going to eye it. By eye it. Let me see if I can get my get some tape. Oh no, I've got some on here, look. Okay, so best thing is to tape it down. Okay, and then it won't move. Right, I'll be right back. I'm just going to die cut these. So let's take this out, and then there's that lovely little die cut slit out. Again, that's going to go just in there. So you will glue the top bit down and glue around the edges. Okay, so glue around the edges, top bit. And down there, keep that nice and stuck down. Like so. And then you can put in some little tags in there, and again a little tag in that one, like so, in there. And I've just noticed what I've done. Never mind. Taped it to them. I've put the, there we go, let's take that off. Okay, right. When you stick this bit down, stick it down with the, so that goes this way. That's better. There we go. Like so. I stuck it down the wrong way. There we go. Push. Push. There we go. So when I say I stuck it onto the back instead of onto the front, so that when you put your tags in, it goes behind that black border. Okay, like so. Excellent. So that's tag, that's that one. And then we open it up, and then you've got your tag that goes in there like that. And then open that up. We just do this part. And this is, did I tell you the measurements for this? I probably did, and I've for now forgotten. It would be 4 3/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, like so. Okay, once you've cut your piece out, don't forget to ink the edges. I always forget. And then you need your little mini trimmer out, envelope punch board out again. And again, this is at 2 5/8. Okay, just double checking I've got that right. I think I did. And then that goes in the middle, like so. Okay, ink that little bit there, and then stick it into place. There we go. Okay. So then that is, apart from doing our little tags and a tag that goes in there, that's our pages. This is one of the 4 pages that we're doing, because I'm doing 2 pages that are the same. So I really hope you've enjoyed that video, or this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you have. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Again, really appreciate it. It really helps me out if you become a subscriber. It just really does. Come and follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I also have a blog as well, so come and follow me on all of those. I post on there quite a lot, so different content will get put on there than what is on YouTube, you know, as well. You get lots of pictures and things. I also have a group on Facebook called Memories, Papers, Art. I will put, there will be a links, all the links down, but will be in the description down below for you to click on and come and say hi on all of those. Again, watch out for the next part in this video. It will be coming up shortly. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. Love you lots. Bye.